Problems of teaching in mathematics. In CTET examination, one or two questions are asked regularly from this chapter. Mostly questions are asked from the topics like crude assessment, systematic problems, gender issues, etc. The problems in teaching and learning of mathematics can be identified in following ways: a sense of fear and failure among a majority of children, a curriculum that frustrated both a talented minority as well as the non-participating majority at the same time, crude ways of assessment making perception of mathematics as mathematical computation, lack of teacher presentation and support in the teaching process of mathematics, fear and failure. Let us discuss some of the main reasons for the fear or failure of teaching in mathematics at school, which are as follows. Mathematics is a subject whose study evokes wide emotional comment. Mathematics anxiety and phobia are the consequence of that emotional comment. Mathematics is taught in the school in such a way that it alienates the children and causes them to stop attending school. Such fear of mathematics is closely linked to the sense of failure. Many children of class 3 or 4 being considered themselves as unable to cope with the requirements generated by mathematics. In high school, among children who fail in one or two subjects, the majority of them fail in the subject of mathematics. The largest numbers of the board exam failures also occurs in the subject of mathematics. The cumulative nature of mathematics mainly cause such fear and failure. All the concepts of mathematics are linked to each other, require the clarity and understanding of all. The other main reason is the predominance of symbolic language. When symbols are manipulated without the understanding, then after a certain point children start disassociating from the subject. The language of mathematics learned in school is completely different from their everyday speech and becomes a major force of alienation in its own right. Disappointing curriculum. There are some main reasons related to disappointing curriculum to create the problem in teaching of mathematics, which are as follows. Any mathematics curriculum that prioritizes procedure and memorization of formula over understanding of concepts enhance the anxiety and phobia. Mathematics is the subject that sees great motivation and talent even at an early age in a small number of children. These children take to quantization and algebra easily and carry on with great facility. The curriculum doesn't offer conceptual depth and thus settles for the minimum use of children's motivation. The learning procedure may be easy for them, but their understanding and capability for reasoning remain unutilized. Crude assessment. Some of the problems related to crude assessment are given below. The crude method of assessment are the barriers for the effective teaching and learning of mathematics. Those methods of assessment encourage perception of mathematics as mathematical computation. Tests are designed for assessing a student's knowledge of procedure and memory of formulas and facts, and thus concept learning is replaced by procedural memory. The children who are unable to make such replacement successfully experience the anxiety and suffer failure. In all the subject except mathematics, partial knowledge may be tried and demonstrated, but in case of mathematics, such a perception is easily coupled to anxiety and panic. The evaluation procedure in mathematics has seen a little change in our school over 100 years or more. Inadequate teacher preparation. There are some reasons which is also follows to create problem by inadequate teacher preparations in Teaching of mathematics. Mathematics education depends heavily on teachers' understanding of mathematics and its preparation of teaching mathematics. It is the teacher's knowledge of pedagogic technique that make the teaching and learning of mathematics so fascinating. Textbook centered pedagogy marks the teacher's own mathematics activity. Teachers of mathematics possess special problems. At the primary level, most of the teachers consider themselves known to all the mathematics needed, and is the absence of any specific pedagogical training ends up perpetuating problems across time and space. All the secondary and higher secondary levels, some teachers find a different situation. The syllabi have considered changed since their school days, and in the absence of systematic and continuous education programs for teachers, their basis or fundamentals in many areas of concept are not strong enough to draw the attention of the children. This establishes reliance on notes or guides available in the market offering not so consolidated concepts. Other systematic problems, except all the problems discussed above, few other systematic problems need to be mentioned here. Compartmentalization. This includes very little systematic communications between primary school and high school teachers of mathematics, and none at all between the high school and college teachers of mathematics. Most of the school teachers have never seen or interact with the research mathematicians. Curricular accelerations. It involves the rapid and frequent change of the course curriculum, making the shape of mathematics education as taller and more spindle rather than broad and rounded. Gender issue. Mathematics is a subject which needs to be regarded as a masculine domain, and this perception is further aided by a complete lack of reference in textbook to women mathematics. The classroom research also reflects a fairly systematic devaluation of girls as inefficient in mastering the subjects of mathematics. It has been found that the teachers tend to address boys more than girls.